EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada, where the memorial torch honoring legendary owner Al Davis has just been lit, and we are set for football at Allegiant Stadium. Tonight, hard to believe, our final Thursday night game of the year, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. On the visitors' sideline, there's Bengals head coach Zach Taylor. His guys victorious a week ago, trying to make it 2 in a row here. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Prime Time. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. It's Josh Allen that'll be orchestrating the offense, a 6'5" quarterback from Wyoming.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
Pass complete, Luther Burden. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1.
At the 45-yard line.
First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The numbers on the ground for Etienne last week. 15 carries, 64 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, obviously, he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
2nd and 10. To the air, Allen. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
That's good for a Las Vegas first down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne down at the 25. Now, this defense for the Bengals, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide to throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
That's another Raiders first down. First down and goal to go.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Bengals nothing.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. Downfield and caught by Thornton. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 39 yards there, a big one.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Off the play fake, Daniels. He's got his man, London, right side. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to bring up second down. The Bengals at 9-6 now. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
How about the big guy there showing some agility? He just float from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Third down.
They need 2. Here's third down. They'll run for it with Achane. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Now Daniels. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Daniels looking to throw. And he's got it. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
A gain of 3 yards brings up 4th and goal.
Daniels going to throw for it. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete.
Incomplete. It's a turnover on downs.
They'll start on the ground. ETN. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Back around his goal line. Here's Allen. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. Here now Roberts. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. The Bengals offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And the numbers will show he's been one of the most productive QBs in the league all season long, right up there among the leaders in passing yardage. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Devon Achane with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from evening this one up. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season. And those votes may have been turned into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
Now Etienne to start the drive. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 22.
Allen now looks to throw. Caught. It's Wilson. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's Allen to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 9.
At the 36-yard line.
Allen off the play fake. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
3rd down and 14.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Raider first down.
Allen going to throw. Pass caught by Burden. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Las Vegas first down.
Back to the ground with Etienne. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Allen. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 19. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
10 at the 19-yard line.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. To throw, it's Allen. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Screenplay, here's Etienne. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Now Allen. Now he's going to step up and run. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. On now is Andres Borregales to try the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. And the Bengal offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. Working downfield, he's got Thornton. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
24 yards. That's good for a Bengals first down. First and
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And that will knot us up at 10. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
35-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one unless there's another defensive penalty.
And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hanson for our halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bengals offense and Jaden Daniels getting set for this next possession. And the numbers have looked good this season. Case in point right here. He is up there among the NFL leaders in TD passes. Here's Daniels. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence. The big plays are out there.
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Up the middle, Achane. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. The swing thrown underneath to Achane. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 44-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
70 Timberwolves. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
Throwing now is Daniels. He'll dump this off to Achane. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling, held him to an okay gain.
Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
First run of the game here for Dameon Pierce. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. They go again with Pierce. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Well, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
To the air goes Daniels. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he spins past him and into space. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Travis Etienne, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Travis Etienne, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard, and while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
19 tight, 19 tight. Dragon 60.
To throw is Daniels. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 30 yards. And quickly, they get to the line.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Daniels looking to throw. Touchdown! Kyle Pitts, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead is down to a field goal. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Oh, he shifts past him and makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. To the air, Allen. Wilson's got it on the crossing route. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 27-yard line.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd and 5. And the big boys up front. They're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. That is caught. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Here's Allen. A short throw there to Strange. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at their 48-yard line.
This 2nd and 4. Etienne up the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 94 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. To the right side, catch made by Ibuka. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Straight ahead, Etienne. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
Allen now looks to throw. Open man is Ibuka. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 21.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Las Vegas first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
A handoff for Etienne. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Here's Allen to throw it. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Allen going to run with it. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A 29-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. So now the Bengals down by 6. Just over a minute, 40 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Here's Achane to start the drive. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
Not a bad game there, and it's okay to still run the football in this situation, but you got to be careful to not take too much time off the clock.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Achane. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
At the 37-yard line.
Let's go, 80. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. 19 Charger. 19 Charger. Buffalo 18.
Back to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
25 yards.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
Back to throw.
First down.
That's going to be caught by Pitts. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
At the 20-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. He's back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
He'll look to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Well, the black hole and everyone in Vegas on their feet. Here's 3rd down now. They'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And the Bengals first down.
Partner, what a finish to this one. I mean, this offense, they had it down there inside the red zone, but ultimately couldn't execute that final snap to find the end zone.
Yeah, and they're going to walk away from this one, and you know what's going to go through their heads the entire time until they get to play again. If we could only have that final snap to do over one more.